Hey guys, it's Suresh. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning into another video with me today. Well, it's the last week of February. Crazy to think, I can't even believe it. We are about to enter March, which, as all of you guys know who are Barbie lovers, is Barbie's birthday month. We are stepping into Barbie's 61st year. I know that they've really watered down the line recently with the articulation and the fashion kind of being very plain Jane. So I thought today we would take it back to 2002 and take a look at one of the OG BFMC models. Before we get started, I do have to remind you guys that today's video is created and intended for adult audiences and adult doll collectors 18 years and above. None of my content that I create here on YouTube is for children. If you are under the age of 18 and you really want to watch this video, please make sure that you have a parent or a guardian 18 years or above in the room watching this video with you. So today we're going to be taking a look at Maria Therese Barbie. She is part of the original BFMC collection from 2002, April 2002 actually. These were the true heydays of the fashion model collection. It was 2 years into the line. I think she is, or she was, like the 15th or 16th doll to come out. She was the first bride to come out in the BFMC collection. She is, of course, in the beautiful cream-colored box that we knew and love from the line. It says limited edition here at the top with the beautiful Barbie Fashion Model Collection logo here at the top center, and then her name and genuine silkstone body here at the bottom of the box. When we turn it around, we see a beautiful photo of her, and then a little bit of a story of the doll here, along with all the company information here at the bottom. Robert Best, of course, designed this doll. He is the mastermind behind the BFMC collection. So yeah, I have had this doll for a little while now, and she has been sitting here very patiently waiting to be deboxed, and I have been waiting to share it with you guys. So without further ado, I think we should get in and take a look. All right, so lid lifts off just like so. I have actually taken a look at the doll because I purchased her from a third-party seller, and y'all know I don't play with third-party sellers. The moment they arrive, I have to make sure that they're okay. Otherwise, if something's wrong, she gonna go crazy. You know what I'm saying? 1, 2, and 3. Oh my God. Oh, you guys. Oh. I think for those of you guys who love traditional fashion and traditional fashion dolls, this is going to be just such a doll that you will need to add to your collection. I feel like you have to have a good bride doll, right? Especially when Barbie does bride. For those of you guys who are like into more contemporary fashion, street style, youth culture, I don't know that this is gonna be for you. Just a heads up. I am absolutely obsessed with her. I have wanted her for so long, and I'm so excited to finally add her to my collection. Maria Therese is absolutely exquisite, you guys. She has the OG 1959 face, obviously. She has the gorgeous silkstone body. Look at all this beautiful organza and satin and tulle. Oh my God, look at her bouquet, beautiful. Oh, I am so excited to get in and see what she's all about. I'm taking a little peek underneath her skirt here, and I can just see all the oodles and oodles of fabric sitting underneath here, just waiting to be deboxed. So yeah, without further ado, let's get a look at her inside the box. So she lifts out, as always, just like this, from the outer box here, and then underneath the tissue paper here, we see all of her info down here. So we have a beautiful little booklet here, which is talking about the Barbie Fashion Model Collection. Inside, there are pictures of Maria Therese and other gorgeous dolls that preceded her. I think I have a few other dolls that have this little booklet, and my goodness, just the beauty of it. And a very young picture of Robert Best looking so freaking cute. My God, he's so handsome, huh? And then we see her beautiful certificate of authenticity. Underneath that, it is the really like legit looking certificate of authenticity. And then next to that, we see the little postcard that they used to do to kind of get a little bit of your information, collect some marketing research, shall we? And then last but not least, we have her care instructions and warranty information here as well. Just exquisite, so, so beautiful. She is secured here in the back with white ribbons, very conservatively ribboned and into place actually, but knotted. So you gotta get your nails a little bit in there to get the knots out. I've been having chats recently with some of my doll friends, and we've been talking about the evolution of Barbie and, you know, the BFMC line and the things that Mattel is phasing out to bring in new products. Just today, actually, on Instagram, I saw that Barbie Style is talking about launching a collection of Barbie Style inspired fashion dolls coming out, I think later this year or next year, something like that. I think as with every company, Mattel is adjusting to the times. They are obviously doing their homework and research into consumer data. I think us collectors are becoming a smaller and smaller pool. I don't really think that's where they're focusing their money on. I think it's become pretty obvious to most of us, but you know, it is what it is. I mean, I don't think anything anywhere in any product line in our lives stays the same. And I think it's great that they are trying to evolve Barbie. My God, this knot is taking forever to get out. Okay, here we go. Bring her to the next generation of doll fans. I mean, I've gotten Asha onto Barbie. She already talks about her, says her name, and every time I go over, she brings me her Barbies and wants to play, and I just think it's the freaking cutest thing ever. Her dress is actually tacked down in a few different places here into the box. Oh my God, you guys. Oh, funny. Her petticoat is like all scrunched up in here at her waist. Here are her little shoes in the corner in a little bag by themselves. A bag. Did you hear that? A bag. You ready, darling? You've been sitting in this box for a long time. There's a little bit of double-sided tape in the box that is helping keep her veil down. So that's sort of disintegrating. And then here at the bottom of the box here, we see her doll stand. This is the traditional silkstone weighted base, and then the acrylic stand here on the left. I don't really use these. I think I talk about these in all my videos. I've been using them more recently because I've been displaying all my dolls and running out of doll stands. I don't like that you can't like adjust the height of the stand, you know? Oftentimes I feel like these dolls are like hovering slightly above the stand. Oh my God, that bugs me so much. Look at all this gown. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. I have a little story to share with you. When I was a child, I was absolutely obsessed with brides. I'm not entirely sure why. Oh my God, real quick, I'm peeking her little blue garter in here. Oh, cute, look. Oh. And she has little undies on. Wow, these really, really were the days where she just went all out, huh? Look at this petticoat. So yeah, I absolutely was obsessed with brides. Eastern brides, Western brides, didn't matter where you were from, I was obsessed with you if you were a bride. I don't really know why particularly. I think it was just the excess, the glamour, the fact that like, you know, they were the center of attention for one day. I was an extremely shy child. I was always the kid that was kind of off in the corner playing by myself. I feel like I escaped to brides to kind of like indulge in my love for like gowns and lace and sparkle and glitter and everything glamorous, you know what I mean? I feel like brides were the closest that I got to like a red carpet or something like that, because I don't even think I ever knew that red carpets existed as a kid, you know? So anyway, when I saw this doll many years ago, I thought of young Suresh and how much he loved brides and seeing bridal dolls at the stores. And I remember very distinctly walking through London. I was probably like 7, 6, maybe even a little bit younger, and I saw a Barbie bride in a toy shop window, and she looked so much like this, but obviously this was like the late 80s, so she was, you know, like some sort of like an 80s bride. And I just was so gaga for her. I begged my dad to buy her for me. He didn't. He told me he'll buy me a Ken later on, and he did actually. But I am really reminded of all those memories looking at this doll and thinking to myself, like, how much my younger self would have loved to interact with this doll, you know? So Anyway, I dedicate my review today to my younger self. Here is Maria Therese Barbie up close and personal for you guys to get a better look at. Her gown is massive. I'm gonna try my best to fit it all in the screen here. She is magnificent, you guys. I mean, obviously so regal in every sense of the word, so demure, so beautifully dressed, modest but chic, just so timeless and elegant, really, right? No cleavage showing, nothing inappropriate, really. She's just freaking glamorous. Definitely needs a good press. Obviously, veil needs a good press, gown needs a good press. She's been sitting in her box for, oh gosh, 18 years now. But yeah, beautiful face, very dramatic makeup, gorgeous drop pearl earrings there, beautiful little tailored bow at the top of her head for her veil. See a gorgeous little bun underneath there, like a high bun chignon type of thing. Yep, there we go, just like so. And yeah, exquisite little bouquet here. All this fabric feels so luxurious. This top layer is a beautiful organza there, nice and see-through. It's trimmed in satin here. Wow, 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 wow. I do wish that, I don't know, this almost feels like it should have been flipped around. I don't like that I can see the stitching on that. It's a little off-putting, no? The skirt underneath that layer is a really beautiful, very thick satin here. And then underneath that is her big petticoat. Her skirt is lined in that same tulle fabric. So there's just lots and lots of layers of light stiffness here, which kind of help the skirt maintain its beautiful bell shape here. So gorgeous. Here are her beautiful little white shoes. They're like a soft cream, off-white kind of color to go with the rest of her ensemble. She, of course, has pantyhose on. And here she is from the back. I'm gonna lift up her veil so that you can see the beautiful detail on the back of her gown here. Gorgeous. I love the way the sheer portion of her blouse kind of tapers down into this gorgeous V. We see some additional tailored bows here. And then there are the snap closures to the gown. And here is the little bit of train here. Just exquisite, you guys. I mean, when you get a bridal doll, a Western bridal doll especially, you really expect her to be like something special. And let me tell you, this doll feels like something special. She's definitely like very substantial, very glamorous. Oh my God, I love so much. By the way, here is her little Barbie Fashion Model tag from the good old days. Oh, we remember and love these, don't we? Sigh. All right, let's go ahead and get Maria Therese's gown off here so that we can take a closer look. I have a feeling that I'm going to absolutely die when I get a better look at this. As you guys may know, in fashion, especially in high fashion, a bridal gown is considered like the ultimate piece of or test of your ability as a designer. So that's why a lot of the couture shows ended with a bridal gown. So that was kind of where you showed off all of your techniques and your mastery and et cetera, et cetera. The little snap closures back here are tacked into place, or they're tacked together. So if you were going to leave her dressed and not undress her, obviously, there you go. I, of course, can't seem to do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and very carefully take the tack stitches off here. So the petticoat is not elastic waisted. It is also a snap closure. I'm gonna go ahead and take the gown off now. It's very heavy, you guys. Like, there's a good weight to this gown, I'll tell you what. Wow, oh my God, it's so beautiful. This is like really good satin. Wow. I'm actually not going to take her veil off because it is sewn into her hair, and I don't really want to mess with that because I'm not planning to redress this doll in anything else. Do you know what I'm saying? Here is Maria Therese Barbie in the buff so that you guys can get a better look at her fab OG silkstone body. I did leave her hose, panties, and garter belt on because they're actually all one piece. Check this out. The panty is connected to the hose. Cool, right? So if you were to take it off, it comes off all in one piece, just like so. See? Just like so. And the garter belt is actually, oh, it's its own separate piece. So, okay, 2 separate pieces then. The garter belt is one piece, and the panty and hose are one piece. So super cute little belt here. I love the little blue bow. This, of course, is representing her something blue. And in my doll's case, I'm also her something blue. The hose, in this situation, the line goes down the side of her leg. So it's a side seam kind of situation there. Beautiful. All right. Let's take a closer look at her face here. We have the classic Silkstone 1959 face sculpt here with really, really dark red lips, a beautiful little beauty mark there, and then very dramatic kind of gray, blue, charcoal-y eyes. And they're done in the way that the early BFMC Silkstones were done, kind of more layered, less blended. Delphine also had this similar kind of long cat eye. And if you look at her pupils, they're also quite enlarged. And that's how they painted them in the earlier days, at least in my experience. Really beautiful, chic, thin brows as well. I mean, she's definitely like giving us like period, you know, like 1950s, obviously, but there's something just so timeless and glamorous about her I love. And then she has dark brown hair, a couple of highlights in there as well. And then the hairstyle itself, I will show you, is like a high bun chignon type of situation there. It's tucked underneath. Really beautiful. I think I've seen this in a couple of other Silkstones before. And then you can see there the stitching that is holding the veil into her hair. So yeah, no need to take that out. I love the little bow here. It's also kind of in that soft white, light cream silk satin, wool satin really. And then the veil itself is a stiffer tulle. It's not super soft, but there is a good amount of it. It's 2 sheets of tulle coming down here, and it comes down right to her feet when she is not in her gown, and then it comes to about yay tall when she's in her gown. They call it a mid-length veil, so I feel like it's a little bit longer than mid-length, but yeah, all the same, really beautiful. And then she does also have little earrings here. These are like the original earrings that a lot of the earlier Silkstones had. They're not removable, so that's that. And it's a 2-piece earring here with the little pearl drop and then the little pearl stud as well. Full pearls, obviously. And then the doll itself is in really beautiful condition, no staining or anything like that. She does have a beautiful deep red manicure there on both of her hands to match her lip color, and then on her little bitty toes as well. She has the very beautiful, the oh-so classic Silkstone body that I love so much and miss so much. Here she is from the back. She does have the 2 straight arm configuration here, and the right arm flares out, or the right hand flares out just a little bit like so. Yeah, just absolutely beautiful. I mean, not a single fault that I can say about this doll. She's so exquisite, and I just love the dramatic nature of her hair and makeup compared to the soft colors of her gown, you know? Just exquisite. Here is her beautiful gown. Oh my God, I love this so much. It's in a very soft ivory color. We see 2 separate layers here. The top layer, of course, is this beautiful organza that is trimmed in this gorgeous satin, and it's trimmed all the way around here. Beautiful. We see 1 seam here in the back, and that is done quite nicely. It looks like it's a French seam or a mock French seam. I think it's a mock French seam. Beautiful. And then the top blouse portion here also has a sheer portion on top of a strapless gown, and that is a bateau neck sort of a piece here with a 3/4 length sleeve. Really beautiful craftsmanship, nicely done. I feel like these were the days that they really paid attention to the construction of the BFMC dolls. And then we see a big bell-shaped skirt here, quite full, nice, heavy, thick satin. There's a beautiful luster to it. It's a little bit lighter in color than the organza is, so I like the two together. And then if you look underneath that, it is lined in the same tulle that her veil is in. Perhaps a little bit thicker. Is it a little bit thicker? Let's see here. No, it's the same. It's exactly the same. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, so that is giving the skirt a little bit of rigidity because, like I mentioned earlier, it's not a very soft tulle. It definitely feels a little bit stiffer. Here is her little Barbie Fashion Model Collectibles tag. These were the earlier days of the BFMC tags there. And then there's the construction. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. It's neatly done. Nothing too exquisite per se, but I do appreciate the neatness of it. I like that the hem on the skirt here is done correctly and that the lining is holding onto the hem here, just like so that when you look at the gown from the front side, you don't see any sort of a hem there. And that's exactly how it should be. The center back seam is done quite nicely as well. It's interlock stitched or serge stitched off here so that there's no fraying. And yeah, let's take a look at the back closure area here. We see two pre-made bows there in that same gorgeous satin fabric, and then a little row of faux pearls. You see that? Gorgissimo, right? How darling. Details, details, darling. Those are the two snaps that fasten the gown. And we see here that the opening area isn't particularly finished off. I have noticed that in some of the earlier silkstones, they didn't finish them off as nicely as they did with some of the like middle year ones. And that might be because they anticipated that so many people were going to leave them in the box, and I think most people did. So most people probably had no idea that this is actually what the craftsmanship looked like. But we look here on the inside of the bodice and we see the dart action happening here. There's no lining on the bodice portion. Would have been nice if there was. I don't think it would have added anything or cost them too much more. It just would have been nice to not see all that stitching. Do you know what I mean? Like if this was an integrity piece, for example, they would have lined everything in here. You would not have necessarily seen any of this work. And that truly would have marked, you know, a couture ball gown or wedding gown in this case. But all the same, it is a beautiful piece. It feels very luxurious, and I just am gaga for it and excited to have it in my collection. Here is her sweet little petticoat. It's a rumpled mess, obviously, because it was literally balled up like this underneath her skirts. So it's been balled up for 18 years, definitely needs a good press. It's one panel of tulle here. It's that same tulle slash netting that her veil is in, that her ball skirt is lined in. It has like a medium weight to it, nice stiffness, so obviously it's helping her skirt stay nice and puffed out here. We see a separate yoke portion up here for the waist, so the actual drop is right at her hip line there. And then there are 2 layers, or 3 layers actually, of this ruffle that's trimming the very bottom here. And this really is what's giving the skirt, the ball skirt of the gown, its oomph, you know? So yeah, I'm gonna give this a good press. I'm gonna press each of these layers open here so that the skirt really just flares out in all its beauty. And the whole thing opens and closes with one silver snap here in the back. Here is her sweet little bouquet. It is a combination of soft pink and cream roses with a little spray of beads, and then some soft white flowers up here, perhaps lilies, perhaps jasmine, perhaps some of the more traditional flowers they use in old-fashioned weddings. And then there is a little ribbon carrying loop there to go onto her hand. The whole thing is tied beautifully with white ribbon there, and then we see some strands of curled white ribbon kind of falling down. They feel very stiff, almost like they're like sprayed with something. So I'm not entirely sure what that's about, but yeah, it's a beautiful little bouquet. My God, I used to love bouquets as a kid. So definitely remembering my childhood right now and adoring this. Here are her beautiful little shoes. They are the very traditional silkstone pumps that we saw in many of our silkstone dolls. It's that kind of nice and squishy plastic that, you know, stays on her foot relatively easily without falling off. We see the little marking of a buckle on the side of that strap. And yeah, it's in kind of like that soft cream ivory sort of color. Just lovely. And of course, these were like the heyday of these shoes. So not surprising that she has them. Adorable. So there we have it, guys. This is the gorgeous Maria Therese Silkstone Barbie doll from the 2002 Barbie Fashion Model Collection, designed by good old Robert Bess at Mattel. She is exquisite. If you are a traditional doll lover, if you are a bridal doll lover, if you are an opulent, excessive glamour doll lover, she is definitely for you. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope that you learned something. Please be sure to give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Make sure to hit that little bell icon after the subscribe button, and that way you guys be notified every Thursday when I upload a new video. Follow me on Instagram. I'm at SureshNY. That's generally where I post all my updates. And until I see you guys again, Barbie and I are headed to the altar, of course. She is excited to marry her partner, and I am excited to be her flower boy. Wherever you guys are in the world, I hope you're having a fantastic day. Big hugs and kisses from me and Barbie here in Seattle. Mwah! And I'll see you guys again next Thursday for another video, okay? Bye.